Christmas tech support.
Yep. You recording?
Everything's on.
I don't want to start early.
Early?
Gotta keep it on camera. Gotta keep this rage.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you, Steve?
I'm all right.
It
Last
is
half hour's been an experience.
Oh, really? I thought that was mild.
Well, it was.
You can tell while I'm single.
It was vaguely mild.
Vaguely mild, yeah.
Like, I've seen you angrier at nothing.
Nothing.
Not nothing, but
Yeah.
like,
Just stuff that other people accept.
yeah.
I'm not saying that to say that I'm better. I'm saying that I can't let stuff by, but let stuff go by as much with little things.
Yeah.
Just boring tech. I did cut a load of it out last week because I watched it. I was like, this is boring as fuck. Oh, you know, I was on the phone to tech support. Cut. I've got to stop cutting now. It feels good.
Cutting bits out.
Everything that's been cut out, we're cutting it out because it's what we used to do with the audio stuff. It's the exact same system of just, we want to be in a position where if we're really pushed for time, we're out commitments and we aren't able to prepare, we can release an extra episode and be like, we couldn't record this week, here's a backup.
Yeah.
And potentially release additional episodes compiled of other stuff around.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take anything away from the episode and the footage is not lost forever.
Holiday clip shows.
Yeah, you know, I'm starting to do some of those in the new year, I think.
Yeah, but clip shows comprised of stuff that people haven't seen.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, and we've got an idea of trying to do other cool stuff with it now that I'm doing the editing stuff and I've got more hands-on of what to do. But it's a lot more work, but it could be interesting. I'd really like the end product. For example, you yawn a lot, and I think it would be funny to see
I do.
all the yawns in 2020. And just like whatever superseded them.
That's a lot of video to go through.
Yeah,
well, find all that.
If I do it if I start New Year
at the time, yeah.
But then Final Cut Pro's a bastard. You have to do it in a weird way, but it may be doable. It's just it's a lot more work to do that, but it would be really funny. And just little jokes that didn't land, the most horrific stuff. There you go. Prime time.
Cut that.
Yeah, I'm having a great time. I am. First off, I completely forgot about the Christmas feud that you and I had.
I haven't really partaken in any feud-like stuff this year.
Jumper.
Yeah, because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was either this or my true
that.
Tim Allen identity, which I'm still not sharing.
Inspired by the M&S jumpers advert.
To wear
kind of got you through.
Christmas jumpers have been around for longer than Marks and Spencer's adverts.
True. But you didn't wear one last year, I don't think. You might have done.
I did, but we weren't filmed.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no proof. But it's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy. If you listen to this on Christmas Day, I'm so sorry.
I
don't know what happened.
Christmas is different. I think we should get into that.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have very different Christmases. You don't film yours, which feels strange. No. I'm not proud of the fact that we film ours.
So you've got like home movies and stuff from Christmas.
Yeah, every Christmas there's say 5 minutes of awkward video.
You unwrapping like arthritis medicine.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like hooray. And just like stuff around the dinner table or whatever. Yeah, we do that, and it's not like amazing. I thought you would have a family that would do that kind of.
We never had any videoing equipment. We barely had a camera when I was growing up. Used to buy like the little throwaway things, but we didn't have like a family camera.
But you had a camera when you were 18.
Yeah, I asked for one for my birthday to film stuff with because at that point I'd gotten into like making stupid videos of things, and it all evolved into an apparent career.
But yeah, you didn't there was no filming after you got the camera, for example.
Weirdly, I used to record audio bits when I was a kid because I did have like a tape recorder and used to do like little makeshift radio shows, but like as an 8-year-old kid. Like, well, this is... I'm sure loads of people will want to listen to your fascination over eating a Sunday dinner on a Monday.
What is life? Everything's gone to shit.
That's the one thing I remember recording.
But yeah, no, there's a time at Christmas where I think you need to slink away and have a few moments alone, and shelling on podcasts would be quite nice. Yeah,
no, to be fair,
do you enjoy Christmas?
I do. We do spend sort of a lot of time together at Christmas, but not necessarily like doing family stuff. just kind of hanging out together.
Yeah. That's a weird one.
Like we don't like all get around playing board games and stuff like that. I know you watch like films with your family and stuff.
Yeah, we usually watch a couple, like 3 films or something throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
Either something new or something old or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody knows I am more Christmassy than you.
Yeah, the person that admittedly hates joy.
Yeah.
And Christmas is nothing
Christmas.
if not joyful.
It's merriment. I'm all for merriment. Hate joy.
Just hate joy.
But I love Christmas apart from this year.
Yeah.
This year I haven't felt it at all.
I got it quite early this year, actually.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we decorated earlier than ever in order for you to murder me.
Yeah, something we should have done was have some kind of audio disclaimer for the listeners. As I was editing it, we just kind of go, here's the Christmas advert we'd made.
Yeah.
And then people just listening are like, is that Christmas music? And then it's kind of over.
Well,
so maybe we should. If I had more time, I was pressed for time. We could have done like an audio.
I was thinking that like this we designed this with no dialogue or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like it is just music and then grunting and then music ends.
Yeah, and then we talk about the whole process without saying what happened in the video. So there's people listening like, But watch the video. Watch the video. Yeah, it's on social media now after stress.
Yeah.
But the first one is. The second one will be out soon as well.
Yeah.
Well, by the time this is out, it will definitely be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt no Christmasness at. In fact, Christmas is an inconvenience for me this year.
It's coming ebbs and flows for me this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually I try and prove to you how much more Christmassy I am.
Normally, failing, but normally.
Everyone listened to last year's episode, and you tell me who was more Christmassy. I think I was more Christmassy. I think by a large amount.
I listened to it earlier. I'm not sure what's Christmassy about yelling, but then different families, I guess.
Yeah, different traditions. I'm not feeling it at all this week, and because this week's been a fucking nightmare. Before I got here, I got I'm driving down to see family. It was going to be after this, but then my car's MOT expired like today, and the only place I can get it done tonight won't be able to fix it until tomorrow morning, which is reasonable. But like, you know, I would prefer. I was like, look, is there anything I can do for you to get this done now? Like, you're waiting on tyres. Can I go drive to the tyre place? No, you'll get arrested. Oh, okay. Can they drive here? I mean, they've got tyres, right? It's like, yeah, but they'll be here in the morning. It's like, well, just express. I don't know. Just whatever you could do. But they weren't. So my car is impounded at the moment until tomorrow morning. And I got a taxi here with the most inept taxi driver in the world. He didn't know where this was.
Sandbach.
Yeah, he didn't know where it was. So I gave him directions here. When we pulled into the town centre, he said, why did you direct me here? There's a better way. I said, well, one, if you knew the way, you should have come the way.
You're the taxi driver.
And I told him,
You're the one with the maps.
And I told him, the reason I sent you this way is because you didn't know how to get here. And this route, I need to talk to you twice. The other route, I need to talk to you 10 times. Yeah. I know it's more expensive and it's a little bit longer. I don't want to talk to you. He was really upset that I took him the long way. And it's like, well, one, you're earning more money.
Yeah, why does he care?
And two, like, you told me you didn't know how to get here. I asked you if you wanted a postcode. You said no. Okay, then I'll just direct you, but I'm going to direct you as simply as possible.
Sounds like a shit taxi driver.
He didn't know how to get on a motorway.
What?
He was really confused and nervous when he was getting on the motorway.
Does he not like motorways?
I guess not.
Some people
he was like, but
you'd be like, but you're a
professional.
You're a driver.
Yeah, you must have gotten here somehow.
You should be like bomb-proof as far as driving goes.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of motorways around this area.
Yeah,
easy enough to get on it and whatever. But yeah, that was found it weird that he was giving me shit because I was telling him how to do his job, not the way that he wanted to. He wanted more conversation. I don't know what it was. But yeah, just added the thing is, and I was really busy last week. It's just December's crazy busy for me. All of my medical situations come up because I thought I'll keep them all in one box. yearly reviews and stuff like that.
You not spread them out?
No, because I just thought if I had them all in December, I could go to a doctor's surgery once. And they're like, no, now they've changed it, so I have to go to different places.
See, I used to do that with my car, where it's like the MOT and the tax and everything just happens in January.
Yeah.
Which was stupid because I've got no money in January. And if any one of them fails, if the MOT fails, then I can't tax it and I've got no car. So it's like it was stupid. Oh, well, insurance as well.
Literally, yeah. Home insurance, car insurance.
Yeah.
It's remortgage season. It's all that shit.
Oh, yeah, we've just had to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like there's so much shit just comes in December. You're like, oh, fine, and it just on top of a normal work week, and then having to go down. I'm going down south early, and that means I've lost time because I'm now getting to the age where if I'm driving for 4 hours, I'm kind of forfeiting the day. It's like I've driven for 4 hours. I'm not going to be hyper productive before and after because I need to be organised and all that shit. So I lost a day, so then I have to add another day before. Yeah. So it's just manic. Oh, which reminds me.
Okay.
I don't know how this will work. So I didn't think I was going to have more time.
All right.
What the hell is that? Oh. Merry Christmas.
Oh.
It's not wrapped.
Oh.
It's just in a package.
I haven't got you anything.
That's fine. That's because I'm more Christmassy than you.
More Christmassy.
Yep.
Underpants.
Underpants. It's underpants for your hands.
Thanks very much.
I saw it on a podcast. I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good product. Look what it's used for. It's used for so many things.
Underpants for your hands.
Yeah.
Use supermodels, construction, cooking, cruising, the elderly.
Oh yeah.
Just used for the elderly.
Yeah.
And night blogging.
So if you get an urge to night blog,
show that to the underpants.
The crumpled underpants box. So yeah, this was on your mum's house podcast. They just found it and were like, "This is hilarious."
Oh right.
But I went on to Facebook. They should fit. I'm hoping they fit.
Yeah.
I've got quite
my
underpant hands size.
My hands aren't the biggest. I think they'll work.
They fit my hands, and my hands are massive.
Oh really?
Yeah. They're just underpants.
Bit of a stretch.
Yeah, they'll stretch a little bit. They'll fit. There you go. So now you're ready for night blogging and the elderly. Ready for all kinds of things. Merry Christmas!
That's brilliant.
Yeah. But on top of that, because I'm more Christmassy than you are.
All right.
On the thing that I found, because I was just looking at them.
Yeah.
And they had Amazon, they frequently bought with. You know, it was like, if you bought this and you fancy something else, other people have bought this and then they bought these. So I thought you can have those. They're duck feet.
For what?
I don't know. People buy them. So it's part of the deal, part of the package deal. Get underpants for your hands and some duck feet. Yep. There you go.
Why?
And there was another one as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't know what to expect from this because I haven't opened it yet. But I found it funny that it came all three together. They were like, you know what? If you're going to get underpants for your hands and duck feet, for your fingers, I guess, then you might as well have...
Grow Jesus.
You can grow your own Jesus.
Up to 600% its size.
He doesn't walk on water. He absorbs it or something.
He's always there for you. His love is unending. He will never judge you, but always love you. He is a forgiver. Find faith in the Lord, and then you'll find faith in yourself. Grow your own Jesus.
So just a weird rabbit hole of like, what do I need in my life? I need my hands. The palms of my hands are cold.
Yeah,
and they're being attacked by the elements and the dirt and everything. So I might as well get the underwear on there. Right. Then it was like, well, what if I need to walk on water? Well, got some duck feet. That'll help spread Jesus. It. What if I need faith, inspiration?
Yeah.
And I'm near water already. Might as well get the Jesus grow.
Yeah.
600 times its normal size. I want it to be life size. What? Terrified. Yeah, I was going to wrap them. I had no time.
No, this is great.
The surprise. Yeah, and you're always cold.
Yeah, so, yeah. To be fair, I do like fingerless gloves. So I wear them for work.
Now you got underwear for them. Underwear under the gloves.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, they won't necessarily keep you warm.
No, but put your gloves on over the top.
Exactly, and that'll keep everything, I don't know, clean, I guess. offer you support.
Oh God.
Oh, what the underwear, I guess, is just for catching. I guess keeping things clean, right? I guess.
I guess keeping things clean and keeping you together.
Yeah, but like women don't need to be held together as much.
No.
With underwear, apart from bras, obviously. But
women can risk.
See, it's just like
infections and things.
Yeah. Second guys, I guess. But then they got the support as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, now your hands are protected from infection.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
And it's the support.
For some reason, I feel like Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Did he wear gloves? Oh, no, maybe Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse wore gloves, yeah.
Or Michael Jackson.
I'll take one off,
yeah.
I guess. What? Yeah. That's unfounded accusations about arseholes in Michael Jackson that I heard recently. Apparently he likes to stare at them. He did. He loved staring at an arsehole. Maybe he wanted to be an influencer.
He's friends with Macaulay Culkin.
It's true.
He's not an arsehole. He's all right.
He's quite cool. He's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
It's all Christmas.
It is. Let's keep the jolly spirit going.
All right. The jolly spirit. Right, while we're on Christmas, let's get... Oh, no, there's some other stuff. We'll get into Christmas in a minute.
All right.
Few things. Number one, I spoke last week about Slipknot on a boat.
Yes.
And I've got to think that through more. There's something about something that shouldn't exist, but it does. And it's amazing, but it's almost like deceptively real.
Right.
You're like, it's something so beautifully perfect that you go, no, this shouldn't exist. This is not what should be happening, but I'm so happy that it is. Happened again this week with Star Wars.
Right.
I've been waiting for it for a while, The Mandalorian, for Bill Burr to turn up.
Yeah.
And it did not disappoint.
Was it good?
It was Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Like, and it's Star Wars, and the episode was all right. It was pretty good. I like the series, The Mandalorian. It's done really well. But just Bill Burr comes in, and just forget he's in it, and then you've got a character who's just like a Bill Burr prick kind of character.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, yeah, nice shoes, you dick. It's like, Bill Burr! Making fun of people, just being like, oh, what, is he your father, is he? Where did this come from? It shouldn't be. Nowhere should this have happened, but it's completely happened, and it's amazing.
Yeah, like collision of worlds.
Yeah, it's almost like just from a parallel universe, something's come in, and you go like, that's so beautifully referential, and just like, yeah, the same as Robot Chicken. Just a lot of the jokes in there where you're like, the subtle references are great.
Yeah.
And then, this thing where it's like, you're not meant to... Star Wars isn't about, ball-breaking comedy.
No.
Not really, not classically, I guess. But yeah, then Bill Burr comes in and he's just... He did really well, to be fair. I'm too close to it. I asked a few people what they thought. Because there was some... This episode had some of the... A lot of people were angry. Well, say, the people I chat to were very disappointed in the acting. In the Bill Burr episode, because there was a bunch of different people that were like, some bits just felt like they kind of fell apart. But and I was
in
like,
his bits.
Sorry?
In his bits, or
in that episode,
right?
Because he's part of like a team, and the team were like, I'm not really sure whether I get all this.
Yeah.
But it was still an interesting episode. But yeah, I really liked Bill Burr's thing in it. When I asked people, they were like, no, yeah, I didn't know he was Bill Burr, and I liked that character.
Yeah.
So yeah, nailed it. And
cool.
yeah, I need to think it through. There must be a term for when you go, this isn't how it's supposed to be, and it's been done in a unique way that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And whether it's Slipknot having, a mosh pit on a boat in shark-infested waters, or if it's Bill Burr rocking up in the Star Wars universe, being Bill Burr, not even like an extra in the background, not even like a Star Wars character, being played by Bill Burr. This is like, no, we're just gonna, and it was selected specifically for him. Apparently,
right?
I think he was what he talked about. He said he was approached, and Bill said, "I don't think you want me in that. It's not really me." And Jon Favreau apparently said, "No, I think people would get a kick out of it if you're in it."
Yeah,
and I definitely did.
Yeah. Well, I know him and John I don't know if they've done stuff before, but I know they know of each other. Because have you seen Chef?
Yeah.
So Bill absolutely loved that film, and he went to Jon Favreau to get Jon Favreau to teach him how to make cheese on toast, like that cheese toasty thing. And then there's a new series on Netflix that's to do with Chef,
universe, where
they make all of the all of the recipes from it, and Bill was a guest on like the second episode or something like that, and they make some stuff. So I know they know each other. So
yeah. It was really good, and it was just really nice to see just comedy, Bill Burr's comedy in it. Probably not written by Bill Burr, but obviously written for that character.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's cool. Nice shoes.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your shoes? And he like brings up again, where'd you get your shoes? It's just like, oh god, this was a different scene before they realised Bill Burr was going to be in it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, let's make him be a bit of a prick to these guys. Yeah. Fucking beautiful stuff. So and another one of those. I need to figure out what the term is for that. And the other thing I got this week was I finally got around to watching the Michelle Wolf Netflix special.
Okay.
Which was really good.
Was it?
Really good. I've liked Michelle Wolf for a while. She used to be on some Frankie Boyle's TV panel stuff.
Yeah,
they did from time to time.
I saw
then she
a
did
bit
the
of
White
her
House
chat show thing on Netflix, and I wasn't too bothered by it.
There's a bit here and there, but it's still good. It's still good. I agree. It wasn't the best, but I think it was still good. It was still worth a watch. But her White House correspondence and just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
And then this special had moments of like, this is done so well. So really recommend that. So it was a good comedy week.
Yeah.
Star Wars and Michelle Wolf. Anyway, that's a brief roundup of my week. What was your week been? Been good?
Very little. Christmas in retail, but like quiet retail. We've been on the lookout for people people stealing drill bits, which has been exciting. Yeah, we'd put a plan together to stop them. Like Home Alone.
Okay. Paint can swings in.
Like we got an email from head office saying don't engage, but we were like, fuck that. Yeah. We're fully going to engage. There's like 3 of us here. There's 2 of them. Like they're expecting to walk into a busy store and distract us. Like it's just so.
Garrett's got a chainsaw.
Yeah, so
he's got a drill bit.
The whole plan together. We're just waiting for them to strike. They hit the Stoke store today.
Oh really?
So they did Wigan and somewhere.
Just for drill bits.
Somewhere else. There's very little on display where I am. It's more like an Argos kind of thing. But there's a couple of stands and they have like bits that are like very popular small items, and they just come and raid those and then run off, basically. And they've hit like 5 or 6 stores.
Fair enough.
In the area.
So they just grab it and sprint out the door.
One comes to the counter and distracts you.
Right.
The other
one legs it.
Yeah, the other one grabs all the stuff and fucks off.
And just runs.
Yeah, so
not even like pickpocketing, subtly stealing.
Yeah, we were concocting Home Alone style plans to sort it out.
Yeah.
And just waiting for them to show up now. It's been an exciting week.
I guess it's retail. I had a haircut finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it done today, and I was so busy, I was preparing notes trying to figure out what to do for the show today while I was having my haircut. And I realised halfway through that they can kind of see my phone and what I'm looking at.
Oh, right.
And I'm just looking up Christmas suicide. Is this guy suicidal? There's like Christmas murder.
Yeah.
Christmas murder suicide. Then like how much an axe is. I was just curious about it. It's like, it's just, what? This guy's got my hair.
This guy's got some really strange keywords.
Am I grooming this guy to look good for his victim? He doesn't even look that good. Why? Remember his face, get his license plate. He's got any drill bits on him. Thought it was quite funny. I didn't think. And then, hey, how's it going? Here, I have a Christmas tip. Whatever. Yeah. No, that's fine. But yeah, Christmas.
Christmas.
Got some Christmassy stuff. Now, we've been looking... Well, I've been looking, not hard, but I've been on the lookout for anti-Semites. Finally!
Yeah.
It's Amazon. Oh. Amazon's an anti-Semite, turns out. They've been selling Auschwitz Christmas ornaments. And people haven't been very happy about them. Just like Auschwitz mouse pads. What? Auschwitz baubles. Now, Amazon, I say Amazon, it's being sold through Amazon.
Right.
But anyone can sell on Amazon. It's eBay, basically. Yeah. Anybody can sell anything through Amazon.
Yeah.
So
Amazon Marketplace.
Yeah, let's say, which there's a load of YouTube videos like for clickbait trying to get people to do it. And it's like, it's so easy to make money through Amazon Marketplace. All you have to do is become like an outsourcing shipping warehouse.
Yeah, well,
You're like,
I can't remember what it's called.
Alibaba.
There's no, but there's a specific name for it. It was
eBay.
popular for a long time.
Yeah. When I was a kid, there was people doing like buying on eBay for cheap and selling for higher.
Yeah. You just buy
money.
like a pallet load of stuff from China and then sell it individually. It just seemed like a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's just a risk thing, and it's way more work.
Who was it? Was it someone? I can't remember if it was someone that you told me about or someone that someone else said. I don't know, but someone spent all of their savings on fidget spinners.
That wasn't me.
And then it just bottomed out. Like, they were really popular. He bought shit tons of them, and then everyone stopped buying them.
At least he'll never be bored. He can just fidget spin his life away.
What shall I fidget with today?
And it's like, it's perfectly legitimate, right? You can buy and sell stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good way to make money. It's just
find something
risky.
That's not going to go out of style.
Yeah, but then
cables,
risk reward.
Really easy.
Well, I had friends at school who were quite entrepreneurial and would buy Amazon iPhone chargers for £1 and sell them for £5. It's like, yeah, you want it?
Yeah.
But I had friends who would visit Tesco on the way to school, buy a load of cookies, and then just sell them at school for a higher price. Be like, just Tesco. It's on the way to school.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's entrepreneurial, but there's loads of people trying to be, it's so easy, all you have to do is this, and just the amount of idiots.
Drop shipping?
Drop
Is that
shipping.
what it's called?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, there's a lot of people doing that. So anyone could buy and sell on the marketplace, including the Auschwitz gift shop. Would you buy...
Is that what they were doing? So it's the... Right.
I don't think it was the Auschwitz gift shop.
Okay.
That was me making a joke.
That's forgivable then. That makes sense. But it is a weird product range.
Who wants an Auschwitz mouse pad? Who uses a mouse pad?
A lot of people, but I don't know why you'd have like. Well, I at the Auschwitz gift shop, I expect there to be books, maybe some kind of commemorative photo thing, or a plaque, but not like mouse pads, coasters, mugs.
Well, I said before, right? I visited Anne Frank's house.
Yeah.
In must have been 2012, 2011, something like that. And there was a Tintin comic with Anne Frank in it.
Yeah.
And they ran away and did adventures.
Yeah.
And it's another one of those things like, I should have bought that so bad. I'm hoping it still exists.
Yeah. And
can somehow get hold of it. But they'll do everything. Kiss visits Anne Frank. I don't know. Be all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing to try and commodify. Not commodify.
Like maybe they think you can sell a bauble without offending Jewish people because they're not going to see it.
Yeah, it wasn't a Hanukkah bauble or whatever. We'll read through it. The move followed a tweet from the Auschwitz Memorial calling the retailer to remove the disturbing and disrespectful merchandise. I mean, it is... I don't know why, but the word disrespectful feels strange.
I don't know if it's disrespectful. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't know why you'd sell that. More to the point, I'm not sure why you'd buy it.
Yeah. You buy it for the same reason you'd buy that Tintin comic. You'd be like, it's funny. It's ridiculous.
But I don't think the Auschwitz Museum is selling things as a joke.
For a laugh. Yeah, well, it was a Christmas tree decorations was being sold, a bottle opener, and a mouse pad. All displayed scenes from the Nazi death camp where mass killing was conducted. The Christmas merchandise featured images from Auschwitz, including the railway line leading to its big gates, which is a famous image, if you've seen it. Barbed wire fences and buildings where it housed many victims, including mainly Jews. The memorial and museum posted an update to say the items had been removed and thanked social media for their activity and response after lots of people got into it. But apparently, Auschwitz Memorial repost said again, sadly, it's not over yet. There was another mouse pad bearing the image of a freight train used for deporting people to concentration camps. So, it's still going on. But quite funny that, one, it was being sold, two, well, I can understand why it would get through, screening
I really
processes.
don't think they check that clearly.
And just, again, it's so contextual.
Like, as long as it's not a knife.
Well, say the train, right? An image of a train. with a building in the background, you might not automatically go, oh, that's that famous Auschwitz picture.
Yeah.
You'd be like, it's a mouse pad with a train on it.
Yeah.
Like, people like trains.
Yeah, well,
it's
like the Anne Frank costume. It's just like rags.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
It's just a Dutch
She didn't
girl,
really go
Dutch
out
girl
much.
costume. Yeah.
She was quite
no need to dress
stayed
up.
indoors. Yeah. Anyway, that's Christmas on Amazon.
All right.
So if you're looking for the, I don't know. Yeah. I think I'll know. I've been hesitant to talk about it in the podcast because I had this realization about a week or so ago.
Okay.
I'm going to propose at Auschwitz. I think that's the thing that picked in my head. Is like, that's a good place to propose. Not because of celebrating the place. It's just that it's so not what you're supposed to do. And if you go, say you've been in a relationship for, I don't know what the average is,
I
3
suppose
years.
they'll know you at that point.
Maybe.
It's like, of course, this is where
No,
it's
but
happening.
like, was it? Say it's like, I think like a
tell
3
our
year
kids about this.
Do it in just the most inappropriate place possible. Pop out from the pile of shoes. Whatever. Just and it doesn't have to be there. It's got to be somewhere really obscure. And now that I've said it, future partners who are never going to exist are going to find this and be constantly suspicious, which kind of wins as well. I just don't want. There's like a 3 year mark with relationships. Like, oh, we're going to Paris. Oh, is he going to pop the question? That kind of thing. I want to avoid all that.
Yeah.
But we're going to Auschwitz. Or I want to do this. I want to do something really mundane or something really inappropriate. And be like, oh, and this is where our lives are reborn. Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would probably buy a mouse pad to celebrate that occasion.
Yeah. This is where we got engaged.
Turn up at every like Holocaust Memorial Day, like in our wedding outfits to celebrate. It's also very close to our wedding hearts.
Oh yeah, if you do it, is there some commemorative day for Auschwitz?
So. Yeah.
I mean, there can't because it went on for so long. I don't know if there's maybe the
best day
it got ended. Maybe the day they got liberated.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the end of the World War, or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, I thought that'd be quite cool. In other news, in other Christmas news, a 5-year-old girl playing an angel in a nativity play surprised her parents by spending the entire performance standing with her 2 middle fingers raised to the audience. So, like, during a nativity, just like that. Unintentionally as well.
Oh.
She just hurt her middle finger and she was showing her mum, I've hurt my middle finger.
Both of them?
Well, she did one and then she compared the two. To like, what's the difference between the two?
That seems like an excuse that you'd make up to your teacher as to why you were putting the finger up at the crowd.
Yeah. I can't remember. Oh, I got in trouble as a kid once. So I threw this kid's... I think I threw peanut... Oh, that was it. He threw my sandwich in a tree. Mm-hmm. So I threw peanuts at him.
Right.
He had a peanut allergy. So it was considered a hate crime. But we were friends. We were just like having some kind of stupid kid fight or whatever.
Oh, right.
I got detention. The teacher forgot to turn up. So I got forgiven.
Oh, right.
Hate crime. Perfectly fine. Or whatever it was. It was more serious because he had a nut allergy.
Right.
No reaction. Nothing like
No.
that. But yeah, kids can be kids. And some of them are sticking the finger to... I've got home... You got home video at all? If not Christmas, but like...
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I'm not particularly attached to home videos.
I feel like it'd be something important to me now.
Yeah.
But we just didn't have the...
Certainly strange.
Facility or the interest. We got lots of photos, but...
Oh, yeah, photos, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's footage of me when I was 4 or something like that in the school nativity.
Yeah.
And I was one of the 3 wise men, and I really aggressively gave him some myrrh. I just walked over with it, fucking threw it in his stable, and then walked off. I was angry from a young age.
Apparently there's no mention of 3. The Bible just says wise men. And everyone else made it up.
Just made 3.
I mean, the whole thing's made up. So.
Well, you can't have too many men in a stable before it becomes something else. So
apparently Jesus was also most likely born in a cave.
Caves are pretty stable.
Yeah. Yeah. More room in a cave.
You see there's
a
new Jesus Christ film I can't. It's called something, but it's he's in a homosexual relationship.
Gay Jesus. It's a Netflix thing, isn't it?
I think so.
I know they came under fire for something like
Brazil is pissed.
that. Yeah.
Well, Brazil's got that massive statue of Jesus.
Jesus isn't gay. Jesus isn't real.
I think I read 2 million people signed a petition, which again I find funny. I find petitions funny. Same reason.
Have you ever signed a petition because you thought it was funny?
I don't think so. I've read some that were quite funny, but yeah, nothing big. I just find that whole thing interesting.
That everyone else was taking really seriously.
Oh no, I don't think I've signed any petitions actually.
Oh right.
Have you?
None that I can recall. It seems like something you would have done. That's all. Like Kevin Smith protesting his own movie. It felt like something like that.
Yeah. If should the need arise, I'll certainly rise up against myself. if the opportunity ever presents itself. Yeah, petitions. We didn't really talk about the election last week.
No,
it was voting day last week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah,
and we ended up talking afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
But how do you feel?
To be honest,
the Conservatives won.
I don't. At the time, I didn't really have a dog in the fight. I wasn't big on either of them. Yeah. At the end of in the end of it, I think I said to you, like, my wife was working a polling station. She was meant to do a postal vote, and she missed a deadline for it. So at the end, I was just like, well, how are you going to vote? Because I'm just going to spawn my ballot. So I just went with whoever she was voting for.
Is that treason?
I don't think so.
It might be treason.
I don't think it's treason.
Could be treason.
Someone else influenced you to vote in a certain way. I don't think that's treason.
Someone manipulated your vote.
Wasn't manipulated.
You surrendered your vote.
I was going to spawn my ballot, so like, make no odds. But like since then, like, I don't imagine you will have, and I think it was suppressed like completely because I didn't see anything about it. But maybe I just read the wrong things. Did you see the dossier that came out from the Jewish labor movement?
No.
It's like 53 pages of hundreds of allegations. You know, the whole
labor,
the anti-Semitism thing.
Yeah.
And like some of it's fucking horrific. Like
some of the things that they want or what they're complaining about.
Some of the things that they were that they were saying to each other. Some of the behaviors that they deem appropriate, like that.
Sorry, is this what did you call them?
The Jewish labor movement.
What they're proposing is really bad, or what they're complaining about and revealing?
So, a lot of labor members went to them about some of the behaviour within the party.
Right.
And like, yeah, some like I only got saw certain snippets of it, but it was like MPs yelling across at each other that Hitler was right. And like all of this weird kind of Jew like hatred against Jewish people, and in order to become like a high-ranking member of the party, like they would investigate your home if you were from a Jewish background, and like just all manner of weird stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like the thing is like. I've always been from the standpoint of like allegations are just allegations, but most of the people on that side don't follow that same thing. They follow the whole believe all women and all of that, and it's like so. It's like if you're gonna say like believe it in that instance, you can't then dismiss that philosophy when it comes to like what seems like a pretty valid critique of you. And there's hundreds of allegations here. If even half of them are real, then it's still fucking horrific.
That's so crazy.
It's really strange. But like there's a 53-page document that was leaked on like the 5th of December or something like that. So like before the election, and I swear to God it must have been like suppressed or something because I didn't see it anywhere.
I've read it regularly that Labour is very anti-Semitic.
I've read it,
especially Jeremy Corbyn,
but I never read into it.
Yeah, same. So I think it's like one of those things that's like been floated around, but nobody's taking seriously for whatever reason.
It seemed like one of those things that people were making like intellectual arguments about, like, oh, well, he supports such and such a person, so he must hate Jews. So, and that kind of thing, that kind of argument, I don't really add any credence to, because it's just...
Checking your family tree to
intellectualism,
see if anything. That's insane.
Well, it was Jewish people applying to be MPs from a specific sort of Orthodox Jewish area of London or something like that were having their homes investigated by the members before they were allowed in, and it's like that.
That seems insane.
It's bizarre.
That seems ridiculous.
And if that's the kind of attitude that's being perpetuated, then I'm quite glad they didn't get in, if it's true.
Well,
like, because for all the stuff that the left wants to kind of be like, well, this is just a starting point, this is what it leads to. It's like, well, what the fuck does that lead to?
Well, there's always been a weird feeling about people in like private schools and that kind of thing, where you need to know the right people and you need to have these influences or whatever. I remember when I was working in central London, I worked out using advanced mathematics that it was cheaper for me to live in central London. Yeah. So I worked in Covent Garden, and I was like, well, if I lived in Covent Garden, I could justify the cost. Yeah. Like I think it was like 300 quid a month for a travel card. Yeah. Well, if I don't need a travel card, I can afford 300 quid more rent by that logic. And I looked at houses in that area, flats in that area, and the people were incredibly snobbish. Like, well, I walked into one building, and the girl was like, so how much land do you own? I was like, I don't own, I'm a waiter. Well, you can't afford this. Yes, I can. Waiters earn a lot of money if you work in the right places. Yeah. And I'm sacrificing other things so that I can stay here. And people, the questions you got asked about, well, we need to know about they asked me about my family and stuff like that. So just to live in certain areas in London, people were very much, oh, this is how it's done. Yeah. Only someone with X amount of acres or whatever can live here, all that kind of stuff. So I can imagine that'll trickle down to people who work in London in the more snobby jobs. I guess Parliament would be a snobby job. I wouldn't expect. I wouldn't class it as a working class job, I don't think. It's a good, honourable, noble job if you believe in that kind of thing. But raiding people's houses is a big question.
And then it's like, well, there's all of this anti-Semitism, and you want to nationalise the rail. Okay.
But I said basically, I thought it would be hilarious if the Conservatives won. Yeah. And I think it would be interesting if Labour won. And the reason is, social media has been so explosive with Labour or voting tactically against the Conservatives. It felt very much like Donald Trump's campaign of people saying he won't win. Yeah. And then you go like, I think it's this naivety where you go like, you have to accept that if the vote doesn't go your way, then that doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean you're wrong, but you have to accept either that you agree with voting or you don't. Yeah. And you can't agree with voting and then campaign against the vote. No. Same with Brexit, of like, well, either you accept that the voting was done correctly, as in people voted and we must respect that, or you say we don't respect people's vote, so let's have another vote that we can disrespect. It doesn't make any sense.
That's another thing. It's like I whenever it happened, was it 3 years ago, 4 years, 3 years? Crazy. Like I originally voted Remain, and like I still don't know where I stand with that. But at this point, I'm like, we've essentially lost that vote 4 times now. Can we just give it a fucking break? Like, well, local elections, EU elections, and now the fucking the actual like general election has all gone in favour of pro-Brexit parties. That is losing the vote 4 times. The first one was a popular vote.
Yeah. And it's just, which, I don't understand.
Was lost. So, like, just let it go. Whatever happens, happens. At least now, whether you like the policies or not, of which you do not know because we haven't had this government yet, so stop making predictions. Like, they've got such a majority now that Parliament's not going to be in gridlock. So things will happen. Whether you're happy about those things or not, at least something's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's that idea that people feel like they're fighting an honourable fight.
You're not. You're just moaning.
And it's just I can't do that because I see it as all politics is a bit of a farce. You never know what you're voting for. any politician is going
What's
to
the thing,
lie
like,
for all their
all
policies.
manifestos are just, I promise. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and you just go, well, someone promised this and then they didn't do it.
Yeah.
So that means that isn't has as much value anymore.
Yeah.
So what are you actually voting for? You're voting for somebody who might or might not do something. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter then, does it?
Yeah.
And then you just go, well, just be consistent, and people are just so upset, and they feel like it was almost like they were losing a fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a vote.
This is like I saw. I think it was today or yesterday. I can't remember, but the pledges that in the manifesto that Boris made towards funding the NHS, he's actually signing into law. So, like, by law, he'll have to deliver it within 4 years, or or he's breaking the law. And it's the first time any party's ever enshrined any of their pledges into law. And it's so I guess it's a way of being like, no, I'm actually gonna. This is actually going to happen.
Who was the Ed Miliband set his policies in stone on a granite block and was like, we're sticking to it.
It doesn't mean anything.
It
you just paid a guy to carve that.
And then they just disappeared and they didn't do any of it. It's like, oh. So yeah, it's all pointless. So I guess writing it into law is more stone than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, but people will always find something to complain about. I'm much happier these days not having any loyalty to anyone.
Yeah.
Than I was 4 years ago being fucking rabid when my team didn't win.
Well, that's the thing. It's just so weird seeing people so passionate about something that's so flawed.
Yeah.
And not just, just politics, not necessarily democracy or anything like that, but I guess democracy, because you're arguing for democracy whilst ignoring democracy. It's like, well, either you believe in a vote or you don't. If you don't believe in a vote, don't campaign for a vote.
Yeah. If
you do believe in a vote, adhere to the vote. But it's like, no, it's just people not thinking through what they want, or I guess.
Yeah.
It's a weird. I don't really participate at all. It's just I just watch from the outside. It's like, I don't understand what you're all angry about. I'm furious that I can't get the right thumbnail on my video, and and that's enough rage for me.
Yeah,
that's what I can't deal with. Anyway, yeah, 5-year-old girl was sticking the middle finger up throughout the whole thing.
Politics, the election. Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a little more of a tidbit here. You can now buy pizza-smelling wrapping paper for Christmas. So wrapping paper that smells like pizza.
Wow.
You can buy it from Papa John's.
Why?
That's all it is.
Oh.
Just a marketing thing, I guess.
Oh.
They think they were inspired by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where like he licked a wall.
Okay.
And it tastes like a pineapple or something.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So now he's got... I think Papa John's is going crazy. I think Papa John evicted Papa John for saying something, or allegedly being coerced into saying a racial slur.
Okay.
And he's been like evicted from the company.
So Papa John has no Papa John anymore?
I believe so. Oh. Yeah. Well, I don't know too much about it, but they're not on good terms.
I think that's a sort of a theory of life, is that at some point every old man is going to say something racist.
Well, this one's interesting because he's claiming that he was deliberately forced into saying it.
Oh.
Or something like that. Like they were doing it to try and goad him into saying something or whatever it was. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And now I think they're trying to cover it up by making wrapping paper.
Stupid idea.
Christmas.
Confusing dogs everywhere.
Eating all your presents. Hooray. Lastly from me...
taste nothing like pizza.
It shits like paper. It doesn't do well for your dog's digestive system. Lastly from me, quite a big one, but we'll see what we can go through. I was trying to think of holiday traditions.
Yeah.
In terms of Christmas holiday traditions, I don't know what we have in our house. We have a Sunday roast or Christmas roast.
Yeah.
We watch a film. That's mainly it.
Yeah, like our family doesn't do a lot.
We give like main presents around the dinner table after dinner.
Okay.
That's kind of a thing we do. But we haven't really got many Christmas... Usually Christmas Eve, we get out the house.
Yeah.
Takeaway, that kind of thing, but nothing crazy. So I tried looking at some new holiday traditions, and these are ones specifically after a death.
Oh.
So and that must be tough. I'm not making light of the situation of going through a festive period with the death of a loved one on your mind is rough. But I found it interesting the ways that you could make traditions out of it. I guess kill a family member every month. Yeah, this was like how to cope with it, how to do that kind of thing. Number one is food. So prepare their favourite dish for the family so that
Right.
everyone can enjoy
Okay.
the deceased person's food. Kind of makes sense. Favorite dessert. Have breakfast with their, have a breakfast meal with, the favorites of a deceased one. Mm-hmm. Or a favorite cookie, apparently.
Oh.
Music, type of music that they liked. Sing the kind of songs that they liked.
Yeah.
Pretty good. 3, memory tablecloth. Got no idea what... Oh, I think that was a white tablecloth for a table that people can write their memories of people on.
Like school shirts.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
for dead relatives.
Fair enough.
And you get that every year, I guess.
Take
I
it
don't
out
feel like
every
that would
year.
work. Yeah. 4, light a candle. Pretty standard.
I like candles even when someone hasn't died. Christmas.
Yeah. Do you do a candle ceremony? That's number 5.
No.
Not very Christmas.
Don't make a big deal about it.
Don't, like coerce a parade down your street. Put down candles in your living room. A
Druids.
blessing. A blessing.
A blessing.
Holy water. Throw it around in the fire.
Yeah.
I like this one. A secret signal. Just develop a secret
For what?
signal. I think the idea was, if anything happens in the day that reminds you of the deceased,
Right.
you give each other a signal.
Okay.
Like a look or
right.
something like that. And you go like, oh, would so-and-so would have found that funny, or that's the kind of thing that
Yeah.
so-and-so would have done.
Yeah.
So so that the idea of them, the memory of them is alive by keeping it in referential. That kind of makes sense. Give to charity. I mean, yeah, I guess.
You could do that anyway.
Yeah, but like you could be more generous towards, say, someone died of heart failure, to the British Heart Foundation,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You could do that. Go somewhere where you feel close to your loved one. So yeah, keep memory alive. Get with them. Have a moment of silence. Shut up.
Shh. It's Christmas.
For contemplation,
Yep.
I guess. Tell stories, number 11.
Yeah. Well, you do that anyway, don't you?
Yeah. As an extra plate, I find that weird. It's a bit strange.
I know of that one.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a
I'm not saying I
Christmas thing.
disagree with it, but yeah.
Yeah,
it
I've seen
feels
someone
like-
set a place for someone who's passed away.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it at weddings actually. Like people who pass like on the lead up to it, or like and stuff like that.
The father of the bride dies before the wedding. It's just a plate. Carrying the bride down the aisle. It's a memory. It's the place he would have wanted.
Yeah, no, not like that.
Set places at tables for people who who didn't RSVP properly.
Yeah,
Basically,
Yeah.
passed away.
couldn't RSVP. Yeah,
Yeah. So, just replace them with a plate.
we saved him a place, even though we didn't RSVP.
And this is what we get.
Yeah,
Fucking knife and fork, best man. Throw the plate down the aisle. Sorry. A holiday memory or gratitude box. Write down your favourite memories and put them in a box.
all right.
And same thing. Remembrance ornaments and trees. So I get a special tree and ornament. Stockings and garlands. So put paper. I think the same thing as the holiday box, but put them in a sock.
Right.
And finally, number 16, put all your regrets into the fire. It's a good tradition.
Yeah.
Just write down, just write down all your regrets, all of your guilt, and all of your feelings of resentment, and start a holiday tradition of lighting a fire and putting all of your hate into it. To remember the loved ones. I guess to assuage guilt, not assuage guilt, but get rid of your guilt, expel your guilt, burn it. Do you have Christmas fires? I think we did for the video, but the
I mean,
Christmas
round here, I like lighting a fire, but not necessarily just for Christmas. At home, no, I don't think so. Like, you mean like outside?
yeah.
No.
I think that would be my Christmas
we've
tradition.
had one on New Year's a couple of times when we've been at home. That's quite cool. But never, not at Christmas.
I think that would be my tradition,
Yeah.
is to have a Christmas fire. And that'd be like the end of the evening or whatever.
Yeah.
Sit down, drink and nibbles and
Yeah.
sit around, chat with people around the fire. I think that's what I would do. But yeah, we don't really do many Christmas things apart from the Christmas Although as I'm
Christmas
getting older,
bit.
like I say, it's an inconvenience this year, which feels negative, feels very Scroogey. But I'm just so bloody busy.
Yeah.
And I've said
Have you got
before,
time off over Christmas?
a little bit,
Yeah.
but you know, it's time off where I'm somewhere that I can't be as productive because I'm staying with family. You'd be like, I've got loads of stuff I need to do up here, and I can't because I'm busy. I
Yeah.
go down there, and it'd be good to have like the couple like rest, but I rest better up here. But it's just part of growing up. But it's, I think, more before the drive down to London from up here was no issue at all.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, bump in and go, it's fine. Now it's becoming more and more like, it's kind of a day. And I'm just getting older and just like more bored of it.
Right.
So, yeah, and then it becomes, the big thing is the bloody bed. I've got an amazing bed. I've got like the biggest bed you can possibly get. And like, without being silly, and like one of the best mattresses I could find, just so I could sleep properly, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But it means whenever I go anywhere else,
It sucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like my legs are dangling off a bed that I'm not comfortable on anyway. I'm just,
Yeah.
like, just crunchled up like I'm sleeping like my dog does. It's like, Merry Christmas. It's all fun. But yeah, that's me for Christmas.
Oh. All right. I've got a couple of articles.
Articles.
Yeah, which I used to have every week, but I stopped doing them at some point. A man has been arrested for choking a driver who wouldn't stop singing Christmas carols.
Please stop. Please stop. Oh, I did ask.
Man is behind bars after accusations that he choked another man for singing songs. It was around 9 a.m. Monday when a state trooper was waved down and told about a possible medical emergency. When he got to the scene, investigators say the trooper spotted a Chrysler Town and Country minivan parked on the hard shoulder and two men on the other side of the guardrail. According to the criminal complaint, the victim told the trooper that he was driving the minivan with his passenger, 25-year-old Clayton Lucas. The victim told the trooper Lucas reached around his seat while he was driving and began choking him. That's the end of that one. He just wouldn't stop singing Christmas carols. So
I like a good Christmas carol.
I mean, I think that's fair as long as you've given him a warning. But and it also shows commitment to try and choke out the guy that's driving you.
I'll burn myself.
Yeah, I would
stop
rather
you.
die than listen to any more of this. Yeah.
Just please make it end. Basically, the feeling, isn't it?
The death of a North Carolina man found bloody and wrapped in Christmas lights is not suspicious, officials say.
This is standard.
Yes, Saturday night. The Wake County Sheriff's Office said the death of a man who was found bloody and covered in Christmas lights inside his Apex home was not suspicious, nor was the death of his cat found in the freezer.
This is perfectly normal.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's Christmas, I'm going home.
He tied himself up
Yeah.
and then put the cat in the freezer.
When deputies and investigators arrived at the house, they found the victim dead at the bottom of the stairs near the front door with a blanket covering him and pillows around him, the warrant states. His son...
Make sure he's nice and cozy.
His son told investigators that he came home the previous night around 9:30 p.m. and found the cat dead in the bathroom. According to documents, the son said there was blood everywhere, and he took the cat and put it in the freezer, wrapped in plastic. I've known of owners like putting like dead pets in freezers and stuff before they get a chance to like go to the vet and have it cremated or whatever because it stops them decomposing. Like that doesn't feel like an unusual thing to me, but to find a dead animal in your freezer is a bit weird. The father was then found.
You wouldn't like put it on top of a couple of frozen pizzas. And
No.
just be like,
You
"Oh."
clear a space. You sacrifice some Papa John's.
You do some kind of candle ceremony.
Yeah.
Then make room for it.
Memory box. Set it on fire. Whatever you're going to do.
Whatever you
Christmas.
wanna
Yeah. The father was then found at the bottom of the stairs, wrapped in Christmas lights. According to the warrant, the son said he cut his dad loose from the lights and that his dad asked him for a blanket and a pillow, which he gave to him and left him on the floor at the bottom of the stairs. The son then called his girlfriend to come and pick him up and met her at the front of the house and left. Son told the authorities...
not this again.
When he returned the next day around 1 p.m, he found his father dead, where he left him the night before. When the son was asked by investigators and deputies what happened, he told them what happened to the cat was the same thing that happened to the dad, which was that the father was taking down Christmas lights. He tripped, fell down the stairs onto the cat, killed the cat,
Right.
and ended up at the bottom of the stairs, was just having trouble moving.
Yeah.
So but he was all like wrapped up in Christmas lights, and he asked his son for a pillow and a blanket, which his son gave him, and then his son left on a night out, which seems fucking weird to me. It's like your dad's fallen down the stairs.
Yeah.
They're saying apparently he died of a stroke,
Right.
after that. But it's like, if he can't move, call an ambulance.
Yeah.
And if he's why ask? It's a dick. Why would the son leave? That doesn't make any sense to me.
May not have been able to tell it was a stroke. I mean,
Oh, no.
talking
He
to
hadn't
him
had a
and,
stroke
had
at the
chat
time,
with
but
him.
it's like you fall down the stairs, get some kind of hemorrhage, and then you have a
Yeah.
stroke after that. So he didn't
Well, that is
kn-
a stroke, isn't it? It's a hemorrhage. in
Yeah,
the
he
brain.
didn't know he was going to have a stroke. But if the guy's at the bottom of the stairs and he can't move, I'll just cut you out the lights. All right, go on now, Dad.
Maybe.
Still on the floor. He's asked for pillows and a blanket. It's like, no, I'm going to get you a fucking ambulance, you.
Yeah, or it could just be like, I'm fine. I'll get up in a minute. I'm just if I can have a pillow while I recover, and then I'll get up.
I guess.
Then you can kind of be like, you sure? I mean,
Yeah.
do you not want us to get... Okay, have fun. Bye. Comes back and he's dead.
I wouldn't
Not
have
respond,
left.
not the right
I just
thing.
wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
That just seems strange to me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dead cat in the freezer.
At least it wasn't a burglary. I read something in Stoke News this week that burglars are becoming more and more increasingly forgetful that they're burglaring a house and that they actually think they live in it.
What?
So monkey dust is the big drug at the
Okay.
moment that people are doing. And there was a burglar who broke into a house and then thought that it was his house he was in. So he started having a bath, cooking dinner, went to bed. And then a relative of the person of the house who wasn't in came home and was like, the fuck? The guy escaped by bike. Push bike. Shit, I don't live here.
Oh, yeah. I was breaking in.
Yeah, this high as fuck forgetting stuff. I'm going to bed. This is all tiring.
This Christmas, a new family mediator might be stepping in to avoid Christmas arguments. Amazon has now added a feature to its smart speakers to prompt the virtual assistant Alexa to step in with a distraction technique.
Oh my god.
Using the phrase, Alexa, change the subject.
Oh my god.
The AI-powered assistant will try and spark a new debate, asking such questions as, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh no.
Or what would your superpower be and why?
Oh no. Don't enter into that market. You know what we need to jump into is domestic
Domestic
abuse.
disputes, yeah.
Yeah, if we can just change the subject. Not Alexa, help. No, Alexa, can you just change the subject, please? Can you change it from
That's
the
such
constant
a passive-aggressive way
disappointment?
to not talk to your relative. Alexa, change the subject. Yeah. We're not talking about it anymore.
Yeah, like your kids are talking to you, you're reading the
We're
paper.
talking about what she wants to talk about. So we've heard quite enough from you.
You're just bored of your kids telling you about their lives. Reading the paper. Just, Alexa, just change the subject. Just direct it as much as it's like trying to direct constant abuse. Just be like, no, just don't want to talk to my kids.
Yeah.
Just change the subject, Alexa. Oh, Marvel, DC.
The thing is, I quite like it because it is so ludicrous that in any situation during an argument, I would find it funny. Like if we're like having a full blown argument and then whoever you're arguing with is like, Alexa, change the subject. It would all just dissipate straight
Well,
away.
the same thing with we've started now, not as much now, but when we started doing it, whenever there's just an awkward silence or whatever, we just started saying our Twitter handles as if it was the end of an episode of just
yeah.
I'm at Nick Snip. Just recognising the awkward silence.
Yeah.
Guess you could do the same with domestic abuse.
Yeah. I live in that silence. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's comfortable.
It's much preferred than joy. Like say with the Christmas advert video, I'd rather people be confused and bewildered than nostalgic or whatever. I'd rather be like, okay. Love it.
Whatever emotion that is. I want that all the time.
I want it.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Christmas tinner?
No.
No. Christmas dinner in a can. A popular favourite among gamers unable to tear themselves away from their screens has been put back on shelves. Popular entertainment game store Game has revived the Yuletide tradition, which I didn't know existed, for another year by stocking the seasonal meal again for serious enthusiasts who don't want to waste hours of a day cooking. The Christmas tinner is 9 layers.
Like a lasagna or a trifle.
First layer is scrambled egg and bacon.
How Christmas?
Christmas. I guess that's your breakfast, maybe. But why would you have that?
You said alcohol. I think we usually just have alcohol
instead
for
of
breakfast.
Oh, right, okay.
Like we have like a Baileys
like
or
Bucks
something.
Fizz, I think we've had.
Yeah, we have something like
that. Scrambled egg and bacon. Layer 2, 2 mince pies. Layer 3, turkey and potatoes, followed by gravy. And then bread sauce. Layer 6 is cranberry sauce. 7, Brussels sprouts with stuffing or broccoli with stuffing. Layer 8, roast carrots and parsnips. And layer 9, Christmas pudding.
Like a trifle.
All in one can. Dump it onto a plate.
Sold by
put it in the
Game.
microwave. Sold by Game. It's apparent, people who don't want to cook on Christmas dinner. Apparently it's popular. I get the feeling it's like a gag present. But
yeah. Well, I mean, this is my whole thing with that is just like, well, that's a bad way to do it, right? That means you have to leave your computer station and start microwaving something. Either wait for it to finish, go back,
yeah,
and then
but you don't have to spend 4 hours cooking something.
Order something in, but I guess maybe nothing's open.
Nothing's open. Yeah, I hate making people work on Christmas Day. Like, and Boxing Day as well. I refuse to go to shops and things like that. I would rather they lost money and ended up sending people home. Like, I don't believe in opening up on holidays. I think
you'd rather drag their shift out longer.
No,
by having nothing happen and them staring at a wall, waiting for someone to burst in and steal drill bits.
There's our place doesn't open on Boxing Day anymore because previous Boxing Days have been so unsuccessful. That's how it should be. They shouldn't be open. Like, I don't know. I just don't think.
I do agree that
there's so much retail shit leading up to Christmas that you can't just take 2 days off. Like, can't be closed for 2 days. Like, the garage will be open because everyone needs to travel. I get that. But, like, everything else, just fuck off. And people queuing up at 5 a.m. for the next Boxing Day sale.
Sales and
it's
stuff.
like, grow up. Go home. Have you not spent enough money? Go and spend time with your kids. You're working 40 hours a week or whatever. Like, why are you out shopping, you fucking morons? Sorry.
No, I do agree. I've always got a weird issue with... You don't want the people who work there to work there those days, so you're going to give them less business, which is like, yeah, long term it will result in the employees getting less shifts.
Yeah.
But it feels like that's a weird...
Yeah.
It's that whole thing of like, I've heard people like try to... what do they do in America? They're famous for doing it to businesses. They're not going to buy anything.
Boycotting, yeah.
I've heard of people wanting to boycott Netflix because there was a big thing recently where they didn't renew a lot of independent small shows or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Tuca and Bertie was one of them. And people were like, Netflix, you're down, you're treading over the small man to get your big stuff. And they were like, we're going to rebel. It was like, so do you want me to do you want me to delete your Netflix account? Oh, no. Right, okay, so...
Yeah.
And I don't think you not watching Netflix is going to stop them from making shows that you're not watching. Or to make...
Yeah, no.
Because, like, the reason that those shows weren't picked up is because it wasn't profitable.
Yeah.
So, do you want them... I mean, what did I say? There was a series that ended and people were upset by it. But there's been a few of them. And I remember watching... I can't remember it now. But it was like, say it was in its sixth season, and you go like, it should have really... I can see why this just got really bad.
Yeah.
And people like it because they like the first 2 seasons, so they don't want it to end. It's like, yeah, but it's finished.
It's dragging now.
It's okay for it to be over and keep what was good.
Yeah.
Not like keep it running forever because that's what you want. You want EastEnders or Carnation Street or something. something like that. So I think, I find it weird. The way that people protest, I find strange.
Yeah.
Because I can't think, the only effective protest I can think of is going there and telling them face to face. Having it like, don't be open on Boxing Day, to whoever owns that branch.
Yeah.
And then trying to rationalise it. What if someone needs an axe?
I worked at Comet for a bit, and I was in over Christmas. I was in on Boxing Day. Like, people who shop at electronic stores, they're all twats anyway. But like, but on Boxing Day, my boss had everyone around, and he was like, right, none of us want to be here, so just like, I don't want to be here. I want to be with my family. So just, take them for everything they've got. And I was like, no, I'm not going to make more money, like, to spite them today, because then you'll be open again next year, won't you? So how is that helping? Fuck off.
Yeah. I didn't mind the quiet shifts when I was in retail stuff. Like, when it was quiet in restaurants and that, they would send people home, and I'd be like, no, you've paid me to be here.
Yeah,
I'm staying, and it's cost me money to come in. It's going to cost me money to go out. I'm staying here as long as possible.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have put me on shift.
Yeah.
And
I don't mind. I don't mind quiet shifts. Like, we get those all the time, but it's just, I just don't believe I'm in that working over the holidays thing. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, well, I guess it's as you say, like, there's certain businesses that have to be open.
Certain ones, yeah, and you'll get, like, there'll be.
It's just instead of retail,
and there'll always be stuff that you don't think about where people are working. I think you typically think of retail as like, oh no, retail needs to be closed over Christmas, but then there'll be people like working security in places, and it's like, well, you can't just leave the place unprotected because it's Christmas or whatever. And there'll be like places like Netflix, like, there'll be a skeleton crew in there, but there'll still be people working. Like, because they've got to make sure the servers are all online.
It's not everyone's Christian.
No,
everyone's
exactly.
celebrating Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's like, do those people have to lose a shift because Christians are sitting under a tree?
Yeah.
Get out from your trees.
Yeah. All right, just one of these.
Steve's collection of useless meanderings. Scum.
Just a few little ones this week.
Okay.
Christmas is a time for joy and goodwill to all, but it hasn't always been this way. It used to consist of trick-or-treat style celebrations in which the trick usually consisted of destruction of property and bodily harm. Now, I only found that in one article, and I couldn't find it anywhere else.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's true, but I like to think that it is.
I hope so. Bodily harm sold.
Bodily harm for Christmas. Christmas number 1.
Don't wrap it. Well, I guess you should.
Yeah.
Break a shoulder. It's good to wrap your shoulder.
Yeah, and if you don't wrap it, they'll see the bruises, and then you go away. So,
trick or treat.
We wish you a Merry Christmas was originally a threat. To be sung loudly by the lower class servants demanding booze from their masters.
Okay. It's Christmas, basically, is what you're saying, right? It's Christmas and we're down here and you're up there.
Bring us some shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Bring it right now. I can't remember how it goes, but like it does get more sort of raucous as it goes along. We won't go until we get some.
Good tidings we bring to you and your king.
Yeah.
We bring you shit. Bring us shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's a threat.
Every year on Christmas Eve in Sweden, half the country tunes in to watch a specific Christmas episode of Donald Duck.
Yeah, we covered that last year. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a strange tradition.
Oh, I didn't know. Did I cover it?
No, I covered it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a weird thing where that's what they do. That's their Christmas tradition. No home videos.
I might need to find this. I recently watched. It's not Christmassy. Okay. I recently watched an episode of Sesame Street where Big Bird was dealing with death.
Was there an extra plate? A candle ceremony.
Just all the human people in Sesame Street.
All the kids died.
Trying to explain to Big Bird what death was because the guy that owned a shop died. He just didn't get it.
There you go, kids. Enjoy. Mr. Big Bird tried to accept their own mortality. And you're a bird, so you'll only live for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Unless
And
you
you're
get
big.
sucked into
Big
a jet
things
engine.
have heart problems and all kinds of stuff.
I think it's the other way around, isn't it? As well, like smaller dogs live shorter lives than bigger dogs.
Maybe, but bigger people live shorter lives than smaller people.
Maybe it's like a balancing act.
I don't know how it is with birds.
I think birds. I think your heart. The way that I was taught in Sesame Street was, I think your heart only has a. If you think about it this way, it may not be true. It's all lies. But your heart only has a certain amount of beats.
Oh, right.
And
That's bollocks.
smaller animals' hearts beat faster, so that goes out of shape quicker.
Yeah, that's...
And bigger people, if you're too big, your heart pumps so slow, you just die. Yeah, I remember that being a thing. Like, if your heart beats
for a while.
faster,
Oh, you've only got so many heartbeats. You've only got so many breaths. It's like, that's not true, though, is it?
it makes sense. Wear and tear of any kind of piece of engineering. I guess the more you use it, the more it's going to wear and tear.
Yeah, but it depends on how you treat it as well. Like how much oil
if
do you put in the car?
face,
like,
yeah.
And finally,
Yeah.
According to Japanese folklore, it was actually Jesus' brother Isukiri who was crucified. Meanwhile,
Anything to commit harikiri. You know, anything. Just no. Well, actually, it was his brother that was crucified, so he got all the glory. Okay. Is it honor? Is honor honorable to commit suicide in certain situations? At least from films.
yeah,
But I don't know about crucifixion being a traditional, honourable, or thing to be glorified.
well, it's nothing if not Christmassy.
Certainly Christmassy. Onion bhajis. That's a big Christmas tradition for me.
Oh yeah, I always have a
Don't know why.
Chinese on Christmas Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Usually a takeaway of some kind.
Yeah.
Usually a curry. But yeah, onion bhajis on Christmas Day. Don't know why.
that is
It's one of
strange.
those just party selection things
Oh,
that you
okay.
get because you're too big for another meal after a big Christmas lunch.
Yeah.
You have a pick and mix things.
Yeah.
And just onion bhajis have just been a staple. They've kind of stuck around.
I just gorge on pigs in blankets normally. Apparently, there's going to be a shortage at Weatherspoons this year because of lack of EU workers. Don't know why. Didn't read into that.
I never really understood bacon.
No.
So I like sausages, but just don't put bacon around it.
Yeah,
I heard that sausages are the cheap meats, like what are in the cheap
because
meat
you can just
category. I
grind
didn't realise
everything up and do what
Yeah.
you want with it.
that. I'd say it's better. It's more enjoyable than a steak. A
Oh,
good
yeah?
sausage is better than a steak.
I completely disagree.
A good sausage is better than a standard steak. A good steak is better than a good sausage.
Okay, yeah.
So there is a
I'll go with that.
hierarchy.
Yeah, hierarchy of sausages.
And then don't forget, I gorged on steak for like 2 weeks and nearly died.
Okay.
I say nearly died.
Yeah.
Wanted to kill myself. Just my body shut down after eating too much steak.
Christmas. So Isukiri was crucified. Meanwhile, Jesus escaped to Japan, married a farmer's daughter, had 3 kids, and died at the age of 106. His remains are said to be buried in the town of Shingo.
They were just stuck on time. Like, what do we do for get more tourists in?
Yeah.
How do we get the Christians?
Jesus was here as well.
He married Beth.
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't die. That was Isukiri.
Classic just mix up of names.
Yeah.
Or on the crucifixion production line.
You don't look like Jesus, but it says you're Jesus.
You're Jesus. Next. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Christmas time.
Yuletide and all that stuff. Sweet. Everything for all.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah.
Enjoy your... Well, I guess we're at a pivotal point, a transitional period, I think. But
Of
we're
Christmas.
not middle-aged yet.
All right, yeah.
But I think we're not 20s anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously. But I'm 31, 32.
I forgot my age
I've
the other day,
always
and it's
do it.
fucking weird. First time. I'm 32. I'll be
32.
33 next year.
Right, so I'm 31.
Yeah.
So approaching... I say when you're middle-aged when you're 40 officially.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel like a grown-up already. And I think part of being a grown-up is not hating Christmas. I don't hate Christmas, but it's an inconvenience. Which is the same, it's like having a holiday when you've got a family. You're like, some parents' ideas of holidays is just go away.
Yeah.
Just leave me here so I can just chill. You said that your dad used to do that, right? Like you'd go on holiday and he would do like fix up stuff around
he'd
the
use
house.
it to do up the house. So
That's
me
my
and
holidays.
My mum and my sister would go down to like Devon or something in a caravan. He would drive us all the way down there, and then drive back and make like big renovations to the house while we were gone.
Yeah. It just feels a bit more like, it's like I've got stuff to do.
But I take more for I mean, like, so with work, you take like 5 weeks of holiday every year or whatever it is the standard amount. And it's like, I don't go on holiday. I have time off to have time off. Like, I don't really go away.
Yeah. But I think I get a point in your life at the moment. In 5 years' time, probably change.
Yeah.
Just because I think at the moment we're both kind of starting a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So like mortgage, for example, is like getting used to the mortgage, starting the mortgage, and that's what you, instead of a holiday, you got a mortgage.
Yeah.
And then in 5 years' time, in 5 years' time, you'd have sorted out, you've been used to your mortgage.
Yeah.
And now you can start doing other things.
Yeah.
Transitional period.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what other people do for Christmas.
I don't know. Write in, tell us. What the fuck do you do for Christmas?
I think fire.
Yeah, fire.
That's my tradition.
It's a good purge, I think.
Yeah. You could write stuff, put it in there, sure.
Burn all the wrapping paper.
But have an outdoor fire on Christmas Day, because you're not meant to, it's winter.
I do like fires on
you.
cold days, like outside. Yeah. It's quite cool.
I mean, just have some kind of sheltered area.
Yeah.
So if it's raining or whatever. So like, no, outside with a fire. Have people around.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That would feel Christmas.
That'd work.
Do you feel obligated by Christmas? You not as much, right? Well, you've got 2 families, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of switch between the two.
Yeah. I go to my place in the morning, then I meet Vix at hers in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been tempted to combine stuff?
No, we always said like, well, this is fine. We're both happy with this arrangement until we have kids, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, then just everyone comes to you.
Yeah.
Because that's when you have the power.
Yeah.
We've got kids. We're miserable.
I'm burdened now.
Come watch me struggle. We'll cook.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think my parents still travelled around on Christmas and stuff. Like, from now and again, we'd drive up to our grandparents' house in the afternoon and stuff like that.
I think it depends on the house as well.
Yeah.
If you've got a house that can
like,
accommodate a lot
my
of
mum and
people.
dad's, it makes sense. It's like big family home.
Yeah,
like, it makes sense to be there. Same with Vicky's mum and dad's as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that. So that'd be a weird transition as well. Now we're the primary family.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. People talk about hierarchies of families.
Yeah.
Elders. Younglings. Christmas. Have you wrapped everything yet?
I haven't bought anything yet.
Yeah, I still need to do that. That's the other thing. It's the back of your mind. You're like, I kind of know what I want to get.
Amazon Prime. It's just to save you.
Anyway, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
On this day of merriment. Oh, that was it. Suicide. Sorry, I did this. I started talking about it in the hairdressers.
Okay.
I was curious because I read that apparently it's a myth that more suicide happens at Christmas. So that's good news. I guess you would have thought there'd be more suicide.
You do always hear about that.
Yeah,
like
you'd think there was more, but apparently it's more a springtime occasion.
Like spring cleaning.
You see all of this new life around you, and you just go, "Well, let's end
another fucking year."
Yeah, but you would have thought Christmas with all the family and everything. But the other thing is, you've got family around you, so you're more likely to talk to somebody, or
someone's more likely to
something.
notice a problem.
Yeah, and you're kind of forced into a social situation. And the thing with I say I don't have anxiety or anything like that, but I think a lot of it is the hyped up nervousness around the paranoia about what could go wrong. So you avoid the situation. If you're in the situation, you don't have that as much. You still have it, probably. I think people do, but you go like, well, I'm here now, and now I can talk to people. So yeah, so it's good. Less suicide at Christmas.
All right, new tradition.
Merriment. New tradition. Just postpone your suicide for 3 months. It's always weird when people talk about suicide.
Set an extra place for your next year's self.
Yeah, just set your plate and then don't go sit down. Be like, you'll get it in like 6 months. This is my subtle message too. Oh man, plate walking down the aisle with a bright. Sorry, it's still in my head. It's not even that funny. It's just the people trying to cope with grief just by holding a plate. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm at Nick Snip.
I'm at Sing It Steve.
We are at Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find it at facebook.com/pullingteethpodcast, and pullingteethpodcast.com has got everything on it.
Yep, we're wisdom at pullingteethpodcast.com if you want to send us an email.
Hunt out the Christmas advert. It's on the Facebook, it's on the Instagram, it's on everything.
Yeah.
Like it, share it around, show people. It's fun.
Yeah, we liked it. I'm going to try and do more with it.
Yeah.
Social because we're terrible.
And if you've got any ideas of stuff that you want to do, get in touch because we
want to do more stuff like that
Yeah.
where it's just like we're just making short little videos that we find funny. Talking to social media, I don't know how guilty you feel, but Frank Burton of the Ragbag podcast
Yeah.
has quit social media.
Oh, has he? Yeah. Wow. Why?
Because for the same reasons as us, really. But we don't really like it.
Okay.
We don't really do anything on it. And he was saying, he hasn't seen a big correlation with his podcast growth.
Right. Okay.
But I can't help it because, like, I think he made a post. I just felt a bit bad because I tried to reignite the rivalry a little bit, and then he quit.
Oh.
And I don't think it was not related at all, but it just felt bad timing. I think he said, like, my new book is primed and ready to be sent out. And I think I said, is it primed to be detonated out of existence? It's like, no. I need to save the dynamite for our beef or something like that. And then it's like the next week was like, yeah, I don't like the way that people talk to me. Yeah, so I need to, and that's on my mind because I need to get his details, how to contact him when he's not on social media.
Yeah,
because we still want to do stuff with him because we like the Ragbag podcast.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's social media.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we'll see you on New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Jesus,
a weird one.
Yeah,
we'll do our typical recap.
Here's what we're not going to do this year.
I'm going to start writing. I'm going to start doing this.
I'm going to do all of these things.
My influencer voice. Yeah, we'll be influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.